Principal Raila Odinga on what's trending. Caroline Obuya now joins us live. Caroline, good morning to you. It's been a busy weekend, but the week looks busier. What's happening online?
There is a lot that has been going on online, especially politically. We've had a lot, from President Uhuru, from President Ruto to Uhuru Kenyatta, former president, to Raila Odinga. A lot has been happening. So let me start with President Ruto, who over the weekend and even there before has been saying that the former president Uhuru Kenyatta has been sponsoring the Azimio leader Raila Odinga to conduct the maandamano and sponsoring his other activities. Even during the elections, we saw the Kenya Kwanza arm of government, of course, say that Uhuru Kenyatta was sponsoring Raila Odinga's elections. So that has come. Even now, they're saying that the maandamano that we are seeing currently, they are being sponsored by the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, and so to destabilize the government, to make the government, Kenya Kwanza government's work difficult, and to make it difficult for them to govern. And so Kenyans are weighing in and saying that they have seen, Raila Odinga in maandamano since the 90s. So they're asking the question that is it Uhuru Kenyatta who has been sponsoring maandamano, this demos, since the 90s, since when Raila Odinga started, demonstrating. So there are some that are taking it with a pinch of salt and saying that really that is not correct. But there are those who also agree with, President Ruto and say that indeed Uhuru Kenyatta is the one sponsoring the maandamano and needs to keep, off this, maandamano. And so, and there are also those who say that during a crisis, this is the time that President Ruto needs to come out and exhibit his leadership skills. So people are watching and waiting to see, because this is a crisis, one of the crises that Kenya is facing. So all eyes on President Ruto to see how he is going to handle this crisis. We've seen calls from the church leadership asking him for dialogue with the opposition. We've seen calls from the United Nations asking him for dialogue. So we wait to see during this crisis, because he stood firm and said that they're looking for a handshake, but he said there is no handshake that is going to happen. So we wait to see how he's going to handle this crisis purity. And Caroline, let's talk about the reckless remarks by Trade CS Moses Kuria. I mean, saying somebody will die on Wednesday. Yes, some Kenyans are saying that he didn't mention a name, but we are talking about a life of a person here. Moses Kuria has sent out cryptic message after message since he started sending them out over the weekend, starting with the 50 million reward. He's even gone ahead to put, a poll of how much, how much he should, put across. So we have people weighing in and saying that they're those supporting him and saying that Moses Kuria is actually entitled to his, his voice, his way of tweeting, and his language of tweeting. That's Moses Kuria. But those who don't agree with him feel that Moses Kuria is drum beating, drums for death, war, and such like things, for a civil war, and that should be stopped. So they are saying that people should take time to report Moses Kuria's tweets. So there's a lot of reactions coming in following Moses Kuria's tweets, and we wait to see, because it seems not to be stopping. It seems to be unleashing tweet after tweet, purity.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, Caroline, President William Ruto, when previously the Trade CS had made such, again, reckless, or do I say abusive remarks on the a media house here in the country, the president said that everyone was entitled to freedom of speech. But now I'm not sure what he will say this time round. But we've seen some of the leaders allied to the government, including Miguna